Okay, perfect. Is the little record up there on yours? Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Looks good. Cool. Well, hello. My name is Nikki Fetterman. I'm the Education Outreach and Museum to Go Coordinator at the Canton Museum of Art. I am here with artist and personal friend of mine, Alexandria Couch. I am so excited to talk to her about all of the amazing things that she has going on in her art life, and also just all of the cool things coming up. So, Alex, hello.
Hi.
So nice to see you here. We were actually talking before this, so for anyone who is watching this, if it seems like that was a strange intro, it's because we were already. So Alex, I'm just gonna jump right in and say thank you so much for your amazing video for Project Bloom that you did this weekend. If nobody has had a chance to check it out, it's on IGTV and on Facebook. It was one of our great featured artist videos. It seems like you are doing a lot of things, and I have seen pictures everywhere about something big at Lock 3, but I have no clue what this is because I haven't been there. Can you tell me?
Yeah, so the project in Lock 3 right now, and actually on all of Main Street, there will be some banners that another local artist, Micah Kraus, who teaches at Hoven, that him and I have been working on for the past year. So this was actually a project that started pre-COVID. I want to say end of 2019.
Okay.
My timeline might be a little bit off on that one, but we started working on them around a year and a couple months ago, and everything's coming to fruition right now, as hopefully it starts to get warm. But yeah, we were assigned to do this project that kind of encompassed the feeling of our community, or how we felt about our community, and the people that are in that community. So we centered it around portraits and maps of the terrain that we really appreciate, and the kind of different colors in the portraits and the different colors in the map are to kind of hint that like there's something that we can all identify with, in these portraits and in these banners and projects that in the project that we'll have up. There are also bus terminals that I believe are going to be interactive soon. I hope I'm correct. I've been bad at keeping up with my emails, but yeah, it's a pretty big project, and Micah and I are really excited to finally see it go up.
That's amazing. And if you haven't been to Lock 3, we are talking about Akron. I know that a lot of the I have Canton artists on, and we also have a Main Street in Canton. Yes, so in Akron, all of these things are happening. And how did you get the opportunity to do such a large public project?
So, strangely enough, we there was actually a kind of, I think it was a close call that the Downtown Akron Partnership did to a couple of artists that they've just seen that were really active in the community. So I think they had told me or sometime before I applied, that they had seen a piece of work that I had submitted in the Akron Art Prize when that was still a thing. And so that was a couple years ago. And then they were kind of like, hey, like we saw your work, at this time, would you be interested in submitting a proposal to do this project? And it just so happened that Mike and I I think we were the only two to submit, but our themes kind of went so well together that they were like, why don't you guys work on this together? And he's been such a good partner, so it was no problem at all.
That's amazing. Yes, Micah is a wonderful printmaker and teacher and very active member of the Akron community, which is, I imagine it was so awesome to work with Micah.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. And some of those are up, yes, at the Akron Art Museum?
Yeah, so I think sometime during the summer, actually, I think it was, they did a kind of like promo of what some of those banners would look like. So some of the banner designs might still be hanging in the windows at the Akron Art Museum.
Yeah, I passed by there 2 weeks ago, I want to say, and they were up. They were beautiful, massive, they looked great through those huge windows in the front. So yeah, oh, I'm so excited to get up and see that work. What other kinds of things do you have going on right now? So you were involved in a mural recently, yes, last year. Was that
Yes.
for?
So
Yeah.
I'm a little all over the place, but so what am I thinking? Timeline 2020? Yes, that would be the Black Lives Matter mural that is on the corner of North and Howard in Akron.
Yes.
And I got to be a part of that with a couple of other local artists, Giassi Jones, Nicole, and my mom, which was super cool. But yeah, we did that project sometime, I want to say midsummer. It's very hot.
Yeah.
But that was a cool project as well. Very necessary project for, what's going on in the world right now. And so I was happy to be a part of that too. Another upcoming mural project with the Landform in Cleveland.
Oh, amazing. Awesome.
Yeah. So they had reached out to me and asked if I wanted to design a mural for their mural space that it seems like they have artists kind of shifting in and out of there all year round, which is really cool.
Wow.
I would check out their Instagram because they've got some really cool public art projects going on as well. And it's just good to know things you can tour around the area, I guess.
Yes, especially places with art where it is actually pretty safe to go right now. So outdoor art, about the most
outside
art you can see, even indoor art at a lot of places, super, super limited. Yeah, that's something that I've actually been talking about with a lot of my guests on Ask the, about how the arts during COVID have really been something that has been an important sort of respite because it is so easy and accessible to see. And there are a lot of places who are currently making it pretty accessible for viewers to get into galleries and museums and things free of admission. And, it's really been such an amazing thing to kind of see how the arts have really kind of blossomed over the course of a pandemic. And also on social media. I mean, we have a beautiful visual platform for every kind of art on every social media platform, and so I think kind of seeing that has been amazing. How has social media kind of impacted your own growth as an artist? Has it? Or
I would say definitely. I would say 110%. And it's one of the things that's kind of I want to say like shifting in the contemporary art world. I think before, there's kind of this premonition that you can't get serious connections, off of social media or things like that. But actually, like a lot of my like fellow peers and people whose work that I love, like in my community and who live, all across the US, I got connected to them through Instagram. And same goes for like selling work or marketing yourself. Like I think social media can be a really big tool. I think one of the coolest parts right now is like just being able to make the art that I want and share it with people. And in a world where in a time where you can't necessarily go in person and share it with as many people as you want, social media is a huge thing. I feel like I've grown so much, even over the COVID period.
Yeah, and that's kind of the crazy thing is I feel like a lot of people are kind of learning from each other in a lot of ways too. It seems to have become almost an artist community in itself where people are giving demonstrations and talking about their work and doing Instagram takeovers and all of these crazy wonderful things that have really, I feel like, brought us all kind of closer together in this little art bubble. It doesn't feel so big or so small. if that makes any sense.
Yeah. And like, I would honestly say like, it doesn't feel so lonely. And it's
Yeah.
actually really nice. Like, I would say that like the arts community, arts of any form, whether that's, like dance or music, whatever, it's one of the coolest communities to be a part of.
Yeah.
Especially when we have time to sit down and just engage with each other. I think like, you know, it's a little, it can be a little hard to kind of meet up with people,
Yeah.
especially with how busy your schedule is. But if you can just kind of like hop on your phone and shoot somebody a quick message about what you're doing, or some encouragement about what they're doing, then that's an extremely beneficial thing that, I mean, I've been taking advantage of for sure.
Yeah, definitely. That's amazing. So I guess you've had quite a few other things in the works, and um, I'm not going to go through everything because it seems like your work is everywhere, especially in Northeast Ohio right now, which is so, so wonderful to see. And I have known you for a while and watched you really grow as an artist, and as a person, and it's been so amazing. I just want to say that. But you want to kind of highlight about what you are doing or where you're going or what is happening with you.
So currently, I am working with the Summit Art Space in a really cool internship as their programs coordinator, where I am coordinating a county-wide high school exhibition for high school
Exciting.
seniors. And it's super exciting because anybody in the county, I've been trying to make sure I'm getting out as many emails and phone calls as possible, but any high school senior, any school can submit art from their high school seniors that will be juried by local educators and curators, and there's prize and award money, and it's just really nice to see things like that come together. So I'm excited about kind of helping run that project. Personal project wise, I have applied to graduate school.
Yes, in the midst of all of this, what a
Yes.
great time to apply.
So, I mean, it was a little stressful, but I think it's stressful in any year you apply. So,
yeah, no, I actually meant great, but it kind of came off like I was saying, like, oh my gosh.
No, it's, but Nikki, it is, oh my gosh. Because I think I kind of sat down the other week and I was like, I'm doing a lot. I should sleep. It's
Yeah.
but I'm someone who likes to keep busy. So I've been applying to grad schools and doing interviews for that. Been selling off work from undergrad, which I've been very, very lucky to do, especially with people not being able to make it out to see things in person. Social media is a really good place for that as well. I will say. What else? I'm designing a coffee bag for Akron Coffee Roasters.
Oh, that's so exciting. That's really fun.
I'm super stoked to be working with them. They've got a really cool project that they're working on. I think this is a coffee that is actually harvested by women coffee makers from Guatemala, if I am correct. Don't quote me on that, but I would take a look at where they're getting their coffee from because it's actually really cool and really helpful. And a really cool project to support. So I'm happy to be a part of that too.
That's amazing. Wow. It sounds like you are extremely busy, and I do really hope that you get to sleep. But
I've been sleeping well when I do sleep.
Okay, that's good. That's always good to hear. When you kind of crash, you know that like you're going at maximum rate, which is also kind of a cool place to be. Because I feel like sometimes, especially as artists, we are meant to adapt to really anything. And I feel like if you're just getting opportunities, the best thing a lot of the time that you can do is be like, yeah, sounds good. Like, let's.
Well, I think sometimes like in the arts, like you never know when you'll get an opportunity again, which doesn't mean to say I'll take everything coming my way. However, I especially love being a part of projects in my community just because I'm like, if I end up going to grad school within this next year, I'm not going to be as close to home.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to spend as much meaningful time with my community as I possibly can until then, and hopefully still then as well, but as much time as I can in town.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I feel like, as I've said, your art is everywhere, but just knowing how involved you've been in the Akron art community, I was so excited to be able to snag you and bring you down for an interview in Canton, which I mean is so close, but it's just been so cool to see how much your work is impacting the community. People clearly are so excited about it, and
I hope so.
know that you are, excited to make as well, which is great.
I'm super excited. Yeah, that's one of the things I didn't anticipate post grad. I thought I just want to sleep all the time, but I'm even more excited to just keep making things and keep being a part of things.
Yeah,
I will
well,
say one more thing I'm a part of right now is actually an artist talk that will be held by Curated Storefront. They've got information up on their page right now, Curated Storefront in Akron. I'll be a part of an artist talk with me and I think about 5 other Black artists. It's run by a local friend of mine and, fellow previous student, Kwame Gomez.
yes.
So check that out and tune in for that. That's going to be happening on February 25th.
Okay, amazing. Yes, I'll post about that. I'll go ahead and post about that on our Instagram and our Project Bloom Instagram also, because it's always awesome to kind of stay updated with the artists who have done things with CMA, big and small. And I think that those conversations are going to be so amazing. Kwame is awesome.
Genius.
Another amazing person doing so much work in the Akron community. Alex, it has really been such a wonderful pleasure to talk to you here for Ask the Artist. Where can people find you?
Okay, so biggest place to find me right now is my Instagram, which is at Cosmo Couch. Cosmos like the sky and couch like you sit on, which is my last name. And then I'm also available by email, which is also attached to that website. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me.
Yep.
I'm always open to chat and kind of just, talk about anything really, especially the arts. So please stop in and visit.
Yes, absolutely. Well, Alex, I will not take much more of your time, but thank you again so much. And thank you for being part of Project Bloom. I hope that you can get down there and see it in person as it evolves. We are having an unveiling virtual celebration on March 5th. So I will invite you to that. And who knows, we might be reaching out about that, but it's going to be awesome. We're expecting about 4,000 flowers, and your flower will be somewhere on that wall.
Yes, so exciting.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, awesome. Well, have a great rest of your evening. We're recording this in the evening. You'll notice it's not live today, but see you later.
See ya.